Oh. Yeah, I've got it here, mate. Yeah.
This series, we're touring the mecca of colossal carp.
A pomme de terre.
France.
Mwah! Magnifique.
We'll travel the length and breadth of the country with just scaly beasts on our minds.
I'm blown away. Blown away. This is true insanity.
I'm Ali Hamidi.
That is an absolute donkey.
I'm Tom Dove.
What is going on?
And I'm Neil Spooner.
Grand fromage.
Together we'll scour the country's spellbinding options.
Let's do a little countdown.
And we'll pick the ultimate venues with the biggest brutes.
Yeah! Mind-bending targets will be set.
We're knocking it up to £70.
PBs will be shattered.
In our biggest ever monster carp.
Come on, Dovey, with a 70-pounder.
Our French tour so far had smashed all of our wildest dreams with not only multiple 60-pounders, but a 70-pounder for me.
You are witnessing the greatest moment in my angling life.
One for Spoons.
Look at this thing.
And even one for Dovey, which meant he'd finally join the prestigious 70s club.
That will do.
For the final leg of our French tour, we were heading to the Burgundy region in the north, and our venue of choice had an illustrious history of producing once-in-a-lifetime monster carp.
The lake is known as the Graviers, a 25-acre gravel pit that was dug in the 1980s that has always boasted exceptional water quality, which in turn has continually produced headline-making carp for the last few decades. Most notably was the former world record carp, the mighty Scar, which reached an insane weight of 99 pounds in 2016. The who's who of angling were all in pursuit until it died of old age in 2018, with only a handful being so lucky.
The Scar left many brutes in its wake, all of which continued to gain massive weights, including the Swain Thing, which was last out at 85 pounds and is now thought to be a 90.
There's been some great anglers fish here over the years because of its illustrious history of having massive carp. So it's nice to follow in their footsteps, and it would be good to make our own little bit of history.
Currently, the owner estimates the stock to be 250 to 300 carp, with around 8 carp going over the 70-pound barrier. But with the global pandemic meaning it's hardly been fished for over a year, exact numbers are a bit of a mystery.
Being March, the fishing could well prove tricky, but we were still setting our target high at an ambitious 60 pounds.
And apparently 1 in every 10 fish is over 60 pounds in here, and I believe we're going to catch more than 10 fish, so bring on the 60-pounder.
First on the agenda was swim choice, and what better way to decide it than to have our very own monster carp version of the Tour de France.
What I love about these challenges, lads, is that over the years we have started to take them less and less seriously, and, you know, it's a lot more relaxed. You know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Nice shorts. Not much in the front there, Al.
Now, over to our commentary team.
Ah, mercy. The course is a formidable 1 mile. It has a thigh-burning 0-foot incline, and they'll be punching through a 0 mile per hour headwind. Easy peasy, if you ask me. Ah, thanks, Jean-Pierre. Yes, this race is time trial style, so each rider tackles the track individually, hoping to post the quickest time. Not only does the winner get first choice of swim, but also takes the coveted yellow jersey, which stays with the person who catches the biggest carp in the main event. It's all at stake today, sports fans.
Go on then, this is big.
Over to you, Tobes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, it's a slow start.
And Spooner's away.
He's going for it. That's a good pace. That is a decent starting pace.
He's going to be blowing by that corner.
Important first checkpoint, and he's posted a decent split time.
He's got some pace. He's got some pace.
He's just passing the 2-point swims that will be on offer for the next 10 days. Between the right and the left side, these command 2/3 of the lake. So if he's willing to double up with someone, these could be solid swim choices.
It's whether his legs give in for him.
Checkpoint 2 and 3 were fast, but he's starting to slow now.
Oh, he's chugging, he's leaning forward. a bit of juice.
He's now approaching the final swim on offer, the lawn swim. A favourite among our riders that controls the remaining third of the lake, and is known for producing some absolute whackers.
Oh, my God!
Zut alors, he is approaching the finish line.
Stop!
Very strong time of 3 minutes and 22 seconds. But Spooner looks proper pooped now.
There's no enjoyment in that at all. My legs are on fire, my lungs hurt. I'd have just took last swim. Leave me alone.
And there we have it. First time logged, and now it's up to Ali Hamidi. My money is not on him.
Go.
Ooh, slower start than you.
Very important first checkpoint. Oh, but what's this? He's only slipped into a puddle.
Oh, no, something's happened to him.
Absolute disaster. That has cost him dearly. So far off the pace now.
Whatever happened, it's going to be a huge excuse by the time he gets back. It has
cost him
massive
5
lizard
seconds.
come out and grab the ankle.
Whatever the excuse, he was unable to claw back any time. Far behind the leader throughout every checkpoint.
It's like...
Cross that line out. Well done, mate.
Told you it'd be rubbish.
So unfit.
Oh, my thighs.
All that pain for a very pedestrian 3 minutes 43. If he lives through this, he'll be gutted with that. With that image of agony burned into his mind, how will Tom Dove measure up?
Go.
I've done a little wheelie.
You do a little wheelie.
Oh, he's off to a very quick start there. And a textbook navigation of the first corner, and his split time is up.
I'll be honest, I'd started to count my victory. I'm not so sure now.
Checkpoint 2, and he's posted another quick split. Oh, but it looks as though he got out the blocks a bit too quick.
He's in trouble.
Oh, what a shocker. His early lead is slipping away. Checkpoint 3 and 4 are both down, and his finish isn't looking great either.
I'm literally going to die.
But can he still manage to nick second place off Ali?
Well done, bro. Well done. Oh. Oh.
What was the time?
3:35.
Give me that
He
T-shirt.
stopped it early, I'm sure.
Oh, my
Like
days.
your legs.
And there we have it, sports fans. Spooner has comfortably taken the yellow jersey and first choice of swim. I just hope they fish better, says they ride.
I'm really disgusted with myself, how unfit I was.
I'm going to pass out, honestly. Oh.
Always nice to win a challenge, lovely to get the jersey, but more importantly, got first choice to swim. That'll do. And I knew exactly where I wanted to go. I was determined to keep this yellow jersey by bagging myself one of these gargantuan carp. I was up early this morning before the other lads, and I walked around the lake and I saw quite a bit of activity over in this part of the lake. And so first choice has meant I can get in here and I feel like I've got a really good chance of hitting the ground running.
With Spoons choosing the lawn by default meant I was doubling up with Ali on the point, and I knew which side I wanted.
I've decided to pick the right-hand side of the point, which fishes out into the main body of the water. And it also has a south-facing bank to my right-hand side, which is generally quite good in the spring. Gets the sun most of the day. It's the first part of the lake to warm up. Carp like the warmth. I fish for the carp.
So that left me with the left-hand side of the point in the shallowest part of the lake.
Look, if you're going to have last choice, you might as well have it at the beginning of spring when you know the fish are hopefully going to be motoring around a little bit and getting to different parts of the lake. If they don't and they end up grouped up near Spooner or Tom, then I've just got to take it on the chin and get on the bike when I get home and learn from it.
This lake had an impeccable stamp of carp and also high standards of fish care rules, which slightly limited the number of rigs we could use. So we all went with tried and tested stiff anti-tangle hook lengths, mine and Dovey's being coated braid, and Ali was opting for his trusted fluorocarbon, all with a powerful hook to tame these monstrous carp.
We were all mixing up the hook baits, but generally using bigger ones in an attempt to avoid the nuisance fish that was supposedly present here.
Pretty simple stuff. A little snowman on there, bright one. It smells absolutely gorgeous.
The lake itself was 25 acres, with reasonably steep banks and margins ranging from 3 to 6 foot. The main lake bed was full of undulations, small bumps and holes, a bit like an egg box, with the deepest areas at the far end in Spooner's water at about 11 foot.
This session was going to be purely boat work, as we'd all be fishing at extreme ranges. The plan was to cover as much water between us as a team in a variety of depths to work out in the firmer climb where the carp were feeding. Carp being cold-blooded creatures, in spring especially, they can almost always be found in the warmest parts of the lake.
These reeds in this bay look good. Sort of place, even in the winter, they would be in it. You know, doesn't have to be deep. Just, it's warm. They like it. They love a reed bed.
Using an echo sounder, we could pinpoint exact depths within areas. Once we'd located a spot, we scattered just a few handfuls of boilies as we didn't want to flood the areas with bait due to lower appetites this time of year.
The rigs were carefully lowered, rods returned to shore with the process being repeated for all rods.
Between us, we had rods placed all over the gaff, at depths from 3 foot in the margins to a deep hole in open water at 11 foot, near to where Spooner had seen carp show.
All 4 rods out, hoping for an early bite. I'm already in the yellow jersey. If I have my way, I'm going to be going home in it.
I think our mission should be to keep that jersey on this point. It doesn't matter who's got it, but we're going to keep that jersey on this point when we get it.
To be honest, mate, you can keep that jersey. It looks like a right donut in it.
But it means you've caught the biggest fish, so if you win some, you lose some.
Time to get it.
True.
On it at the end.
Yeah.
That's the time to get it. On it at the end.
Yeah.
That's the time to get it.
True that.
The night had been eerily calm, freezing cold at -2 degrees and totally quiet on the carp front, with all 12 of our bobbins completely motionless. The big question on all of our minds, just where were the carp?
Could this be one, or was it a nuisance fish?
Well, I've got that feeling again. New lake, first bite. My legs are literally shaking, which could have something to do with the fact it's absolutely freezing.
It was the rod in the 11-foot depth that went, just where I'd seen the carp jump in yesterday morning.
What I'm just going to do, the fish is going over the other side of my boat, so I'm going to go to it a little bit. There he is. It's a nice fish. Big shoulders. Not a very long fish, but he looks deep.
This was it, the first fish of the trip.
Yes! Get in! Come on.
It was the final leg of our French tour, and an ambitious 60-pound carp was our target. I just landed our first fish on a very chilly spring morning. Rules at the fishery state, all carp were to be weighed and photographed in the water, all in the name of fish safety and preservation. Moment of truth, was it enough to beat our first goal?
53 pounds.
It didn't reach the target, but still a huge carp by any standard.
Well, how about that for a start? 53 pounds of absolute brute, caught out in the open water rather than the margins where I'd seen some fish show last night. But more importantly, I get to keep the jersey. It's coming home. Mwah.
Ooh, it was a cold night. Frost on the inside of the bivvy. But we've all warmed up after hearing the news of Mr. Spooner catching that glorious 53-pounder. I think the old yellow jersey's quite safe for him now, for a while. You only want to nick it at the end, though. You don't want to be wearing that for a week, do you?
With the news of Spooner's capture added to the fact that the only carp we'd seen show were down the far end of the lake, I decided to move my left rod much closer to mine and Spooner's boundary, so as near as I could get to the carp.
I'd seen nothing up my end of the lake since we arrived. But was this bite out of the blue what I'd been waiting for?
Not quite sure what this is. It's swimming into me very fast. Yeah, it might be a carp. I don't know.
It's coming in a bit quick, though.
Ah, there she is.
It's a bream, or as I call it, the shirt saver.
An hour later, I was into another bream.
Don't do it to me. I hate you.
I'd seen no carp in my area, and after catching 2 bream on the bounce, I had real concerns. It was time to take evasive action. Well, the bream have moved in on this rod, so I've gone to a 24mm boilie, so it's a little bit bigger than what I was using, and hopefully it doesn't mean I just catch bigger bream. I feared there were limited numbers of carp, if any, up my end of the lake, so I decided to switch to using my stealthy bait boat to get the rigs back out with the help of my friend Gabby, rather than using the clunky big boat.
Fortunately, I continued to see carp jump down at the far end of the lake, but even closer to the bank than previously, so I decided to move one of my rods just that bit further. I saw activity over here, so I think a bite is on the cards. Just need that element of luck that we all need. The rig was carefully deployed, together with a small scattering of bait. As we moved into our second evening, with a carp under my belt and fish in the area, I felt good.
But over on the point, myself and Ali hadn't seen a thing. The water temperature was very cold, which was probably why the fish were all bunched up in schooners deeper water. We certainly weren't feeling good.
Despite my confidence, nothing was caught, but the fish was still showing all over me. It looked really good for a bite, but strangely, it just didn't happen. I was beginning to feel like this trip was going to be tougher than we first thought.
Hello, great mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm all right.
I bet you are sitting there in your yellow T-shirt with a £50 under your belt.
Not a horrible way to start that.
What we're saying about the Weatherspoons, does it feel cold over there? Because it feels... It's dropped today, isn't it? But I know a couple of days' time, and it's going to be possibly 10 degrees warmer than it is now. If it doesn't improve the fishing, then we're in trouble, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, mate. They're clearly stacked. They are stacked up in front of me, and the fact I've had one bite suggests how tricky it's still fishing.
Yeah. All we're getting down here is bream. Well, ours getting bream.
Just changing the subject, boys. How's the old yellow T-shirt looking from over there? Because from over here, it's lovely.
You look like a massive idiot in it.
Touche, touche.
Touche. Anyway, look, let's pray for some hot weather and some more carp action.
Yeah, too right. Best of luck, boys. Miss you both. See you soon.
The rest of the day passed with no signs of carp near either mine or Dubby's spots. We knew we were fishing effectively, but it felt like the odds were royally stacked against us. So all we could realistically hope for was an odd road carp to drift over our rigs. It felt at this stage, Spooner was our only real hope of nicking another one for the team. But at just past 1 a.m, I had a bite completely out of the blue after resetting my traps in the dark.
An unexpected carp, that is. Oh, that's a welcome present.
3 days of not seeing anything in my area, but finally I was connected to what felt like a very big carp.
Big-headed lunges.
And she was almost mine.
Yes. Yes. We are out of the blue, off the mark.
Looking at it in the net, very long. Has it got the width? I think it has. It does look very close to our team target.
It could be yellow jersey time here.
£60 8.
£60 8, well done.
£60 8.
Take it.
And it was. The yellow jersey was coming to the point.
To get one that's a surprise like that at night when we didn't even think was on anything is a massive touch. £60 8 ounces, team target as well. Ali must be a happy man.
Well, here we go. £60 8 ounces, a bolt out the blue in the heart of Dijon. I am feeling mustard.
Team target done. The lake was fishing hard as well, so there was definitely no guarantee of achieving this one. Buzzing.
As the sun rose on our fourth morning, I was greeted with Ali's fantastic news and that our target was now being up to £70.
On the downside, though, it does mean I've got to say goodbye to my old mate. Only for a couple of days. You're coming back to me, but for now, Al, over to you, mate.
Ah, there you go. Yes. It was only on loan, wasn't it, to be honest? And has he enjoyed it? Yes, he has. He really has. But back where it belongs.
The jersey definitely needed airing before I even considered putting it on. In the meantime, it did make a lovely flag. Today had started pretty well for me, and it was a special day for another member of the team.
32 today.
Oh, don't.
How are you feeling about it?
Old. I feel old today.
I kind of feel bad that, you know, last night I caught the carp. Me.
It's a good present, though. I enjoyed it.
It was a good present, but I have another present for you. And really, ignore my capture. We have had the most amazing tour in France.
Yeah.
You've had so many significant moments, amazing moments.
Yeah.
You know, you've smashed the ball out the park.
Yeah.
And this is to commemorate our amazing memories together.
OK, what is this going to be?
I'll take that. It's a hand.
It's what I have always wanted, that is.
So I was thinking you could wipe all your fish slime on me because you're going to catch so many more carp.
Well, hopefully. It's gorgeous, mate. Thank you very much.